And hello, hello, hello. We are back here with another episode of Here on the Waste, episode number 23. Mike, is there any way that you can turn your microphone down, dude? Your mic is
Oh,
so loud.
my mic is loud?
Yeah,
Yeah, it picks up everything that goes
it
on your
picks up
desk. Every time you move something,
everything is
everything.
picking up. So if you can just turn it down a bit.
It was on minimum.
Really?
Just turned it up to 10% volume.
I don't know. It might be a Discord.
Yeah, it might be a Discord setting where
Check your Discord
input's too
settings
high
and
or
your
something.
input and see what it's at maximum. Because you're like so loud on that one. But either way, we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight on another episode number 23 of season number 2. We only have about 3 more episodes left before the end of the season here, so we want to make sure that we give you obviously the best story arcs here. My name is Scott, aka Shogi. I am the creator, developer, and chief architect of this game called Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG, which is a futuristic sci fi fantasy game that is set in the distant future of 2422 on an alien planet known as Saldara. We definitely have our amazing group here as we always do. We got Mr. Ryan, aka Ran118. How you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing great. I can't wait. Can you tell us the title of this one, or is that a secret?
Oh, tonight's title is called Hell Hath No Fury.
Oh,
We also got the shining jewel, the burger himself, the king of cheese, the Pied Piper of anything that's just awesome and amazing. We have Burgher underscore TV here. How you doing, good sir?
Hi, everybody.
I wish I'm starting to. I need to come up with better nicknames here. To end out this season, I can't think of anything else.
Good job.
I think you did a good job.
That's a pretty good intro.
Okay,
Yeah,
not
I
that
take
funny.
it.
I want to be a king of cheese or pizza or something.
You would be the king of the chili corn dog.
There
Chili
you go.
cheese corn dog.
Take it.
We got Shane, my brother from another mother. How you doing here, good sir?
Doing well. How are you, everyone?
Good.
Oh,
Shane, looking like a ghost right now. Just like he's ready to set up for like shadow puppets with this like big bold light and just like the shadows and just like make little dog sounds, child.
yeah, my character's got a shadow friend now.
He's
And
gonna animate his hat, his flying hat.
There you
and
go.
all
There you
that
go.
stuff.
My flying Dodger hat.
and we have Voldo himself. We have Mike here tonight. How you doing, good sir?
Good. Always a pleasure to be with you guys.
Absolutely. Mike is working on ambiotic lighting for himself because he wants
I'm working on.
he wants like the model look that he's going for, like the soft whites and the nice tannish tones there.
I'm trying to get those pink fluorescent lights that movie stars use.
Ooh.
You know, so it just look beautiful.
There you go. Okay. As always, we started a little bit late here, but for the rest of the season here, we're going to be starting around 7:30, anyways. So we're just going to jump right in as our group here, which is consisted of Otis, Voldo, and the Good Doctor. And at one point, a devil jet full of children and elderly people. They now are a fiery wreck. That is just so loud, Michael. that is just,
Yeah.
Why?
it's,
I put the light down.
The mic's like on 1 million right now, but it's okay. That they were just engulfed in the shadowy darkness of Miko, who found a way to successfully stow aboard the Revjet. I'm sorry, not the Revjet. The Revjet is intact
Our
and safe and back in Los Rivos. But the Arjet is now a smoldering, fiery mess as Miko essentially just tore it down to the ground and just killed everybody else essentially in it, absorbing their energy into some kind of dark, shadowy matter, leaving just Voldo, Otis, and the good doctor injured, but still good enough to survive and fight, facing down Miko. Voldo successfully opened up a rift and sucked the good Miko, this dark entity, into the rift itself, thinking that they were safe and protected. But Voldo was still protective of the rift itself, just in case that she ever emerged. They did try to throw a few grenades in there to ensure her demise.
I didn't.
Well, you did shoot one. The good doctor threw one
Correct,
in there, and
you're
you
right.
shot
Yes, you're
at
right.
it.
Yeah.
Voldo decided to move out of the way because he didn't want to get any shrapnel in case that that didn't work out too well. But either or, they thought everything was going to be fine. Unfortunately, Miko re-emerged from the rift, the temporal rift, the portal of space and time that Voldo's mystical abilities allow him to conjure and maintain. Let's just say, really, really pissed off. Just not happy. Not happy. Rev was able to get a few children off, as well as Jonah, with the help of essentially a Walter who just wanted to see an honorable fight and
I got
allowed.
Jonah and Toby, right?
Yes, you got Jonah and Toby, and Rev engaged in an honorable fight that was just about the most lackluster fight in the history of fights. It was just two
Basically,
guys just going, "We can't hit. I can't hit you. Well, I can't
two
hit
guys
you."
swinging and missing, striking out all night. Yeah.
Pretty much. But Walter had seen enough that he truly believed that he would hold up his end of the bargain. And Rev did essentially bury his weapon into the positonic brain of said what is his name? Hauser. Essentially
Yes,
just
Hauser, yeah.
shutting him down. Keeping to his word, he allowed you to take the remaining Devil Jet and take the children and escape. Telling you as well that he's not a big fan of Marvis Falcone, nor his group. And he wasn't too happy about the use of children as slave labor. But sometimes you're just caught up in the cog, you're caught up in the wheel itself. And his allegiance is to the queen and to the queen alone. Rev does immediately get on board, get his group safely out. No harm befalls any of the group at all as Rev disappears to the east, going towards what he believes to be where they're meeting up in Bighorn with the remaining group here. With that, we're going to jump right into Rev.
Okay.
You haven't piloted anything really before. Most of this is done by your expert pilot,
Mr. Otis Dirtbanger.
Mr. Otis Dirtbanger himself. You jump into the cockpit itself. What do you do as you make sure you kind of funnel everyone in, make sure they're kind of strapped in, doing all the other things that you necessarily want to do to ensure that if it is a bumpy ride, that they're at least protected?
Yeah, I make sure I tell the kids, buckle up, and I am going to go to my sidekick and try to pull up the schematic for the R-Jet that I had, so I can try to figure out if the controls look anything the same as what I have in my sidekick.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
Okay. Mike, can you turn on push to talk? On Discord, can you go into your settings and do push to talk? Because every time you move, we're getting sound and it's blocking off Shogi's sound.
I can't actually hear anybody.
Okay. Where do I do that from? Settings more.
Yeah, go to your user settings and there's a push to talk option.
Cogwheel next to your little icon at the bottom.
Sorry to derail. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
You might be able to move, drop your mic sensitivity.
Voice and video.
Yeah, voice and video. There should be a push to talk option, and you can.
You'll have to make sure you know what the button is to push, though.
Yeah. So now we
Right
can't
now
hear
you're-
you.
right
so
now
you need
you're
to press the
muted.
button. I rolled a 20, by the way. I rolled a
Oh,
20 for my
oh, nice.
investigation.
Okay. Yeah, without any problem, you access directly into another, essentially AI system. This one,
Okay.
if you can't do it, then up at the top where it has like the volume input output levels, drop it to like 50%. You're muted at this point. Go back to unpush to talk, so it's just regular.
Sorry, I ruined everything. Now we
No,
can't
it's
hear
okay.
Mike.
We'll figure it out. What is it called if it's not push to talk? Is it just called voice activated?
Yeah, it's like voice activated
Yeah,
or
check
push
the voice
to talk.
activated. Yeah, he's completely muted at this point. Yeah, we can't even hear you.
Okay.
So yeah, you're able to access it. You find again just
Another
an easy
AI?
peasy AI where you
Okay.
get essentially almost a but the other one was like a female. You just get a male sounding voice. It just goes, "Hello, sir. How can I help you?"
Yes, computer. Can you have us take off and set a course for Bighorn to the southeast?
It goes, "Accessing. Hold on 1 second, sir. Coordinates locked in. Would you like us to proceed on autopilot, or would you like to man the sticks yourself?"
I would like to engage autopilot, and I trust in you, sir.
Goes, "Understood. Thank you, sir." And with
Make
that,
sure it's a comfortable trip for these children. They've had a rough day.
understood. And with that, we lose Mike. And we. Oh, there we go. Well, at least his mic
Oh,
is
I
back.
hear him. Yeah, I hear the background noise.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear your mic now. Just
Okay, buddy.
drop the input or the output.
I think it's the input.
Yeah, drop the input,
Yeah,
which
it
is
needs
at
to
the
be
very
lower.
top.
Input volume down
Yes.
about a third.
What did percentage wise? What is it at?
100.
Yeah, take it to 50.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk.
How about now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Good.
Yeah, put it like maybe
Okay.
like at 40, just in case to offset it.
Okay. I just dropped it in another like 10%.
Does everyone else have video on mic?
We don't have video on mic at all.
Not right now. It shouldn't be. I don't think because I'm in the settings. I don't know if that's how it works.
Wow,
you have
that
to
mic is
turn
the
camera
hottest
on.
mic in the world. Even, dude, just take it down to like 20%, and we can go up. Okay.
No.
Oh yeah. I don't even think it even affects his mic at all.
But even by turning down my thingy.
No, it's still super loud.
Yeah, that shit is fucking.
Yeah. Well, either way, your camera's off at this point. It's so.
I don't know what the. I don't know how that turned off.
There you go. Now you're there. There you're there. We got you back.
Okay.
Okay. With that, it sets a course. It starts the engine starts to hover, and it does it at a nice, and it continues off at a very, very slow easygoing pace. Um, you notice that it might take you a little longer to get there, but it's creating like the the ride of like least turbulence.
Okay.
It's just it's like a Cadillac, just nice and steady,
Nice and smooth.
just nice and smooth.
Keep this course. You're doing great, computer. Do you have a name, computer?
I don't, sir. Would you like to give me one?
Nah. You're good.
Good.
I'll just call you computer if that's okay.
Computer sounds fine with me. Thank you so much, sir. Destination, estimated time of arrival will probably be around 3 hours. Is that okay? At this
3
cruising
hours is
speed?
great.
Perfect. And with that, it just kind of just takes off. Jonah kind of just doing his best to kind of like flag you down a bit. He just goes,
Okay.
Sir, sir,
Yes, Jonah. How can I help you?
and he kind of like unbuckles his own seatbelt and just like
I'm sorry. I can't hear you over Mike's shuffling and doing stuff. I'm sorry. What?
um he just goes is it okay to come sit up next to you on the other chair?
Yes. Come join me, Jonah. How are you feeling after getting out of the mine?
And he still has that it's though it's deactivated, the collar's still kind of around him, and he's trying to like kind of, is there any way that you might be able to take this off?
I have a plasma cutter and a big giant sword. I would like to inspect his collar and see if there's any safe way to use my plasma cutter to cut it off. How thick is this thing?
It's pretty thick. It's pretty thick,
Okay.
but you've done enough of this that you figure that you might be, there's a few seams that you could be able to cut through that don't seem to be as structurally sound as maybe some of the
Okay.
other ones are, where you can actually maybe jimmy this up with a few nice cuts, just kind of jimmy this thing off without hurting him.
Okay, I want to, as carefully and slowly as I can, try to use the plasma cutter to cut this thing off his neck.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll deafness.
Roll deafness. Oh.
Let's see if you get
I
to
hope it's
keep
a
a
lot like my
steady
stealth.
hand.
Ooh, I rolled an 18.
With almost like a surgical like hand. You're just like, yep, you make nice little incisions and slices, and it just kind of like crumbles and just pops right off. And he just looks
How does
at you.
that feel?
Goes, oh, thank you. Oh, so much better. And then you hear all the other kids, me next. Next.
All right, kids. All right, line up. I'll get these colors off you in no time.
Okay.
Jonah, you keep them steady while I work on it.
Jonah seems completely like, absolutely, okay. And he actually brings each one up to you. And he kind of like pats them, and they all seem a little bit apprehensive. And he just goes, it's going to be okay.
Trust me, I have the hands of a surgeon.
They immediately look at you, and they have no idea what that means.
Rev is oblivious to them not knowing.
Yeah.
He's just like,
He's just kind of
I
giving a
know.
look like,
I know.
yeah, I got it. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, there we go.
Dr.
Doctor Strange.
Dr.
That's right.
Reven Strange instead of
Revan
Stephen Strange.
Strange,
Yeah,
yeah.
Revan Strange. You're able to get just about every one of their collars off without any
Great.
issues, even for the older people. They all seem to be relieved and very, very grateful and very thankful.
I want to ask them, I'd like to just ask the general group of them, does any of them know where they were taking the other prisoners? The ones that left the compound, do they know where they were going?
Most of them don't seem to have any idea or knowledge, or at least they don't seem that they made it a point to care.
Okay.
It was like, it's kind of like the idea of, if I don't know, then they can't be used against me. Don't want to know what's
Okay.
happening, kind of thing. Jonah does tell you again that a large group of them about a day or two ago were taken to San Dormo.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get you. Revs again tells the group we're gonna get you guys safe in Bighorn, and we're gonna see about finding Sarai. And I say that directly to Jonah.
And Jonah looks at you and he just goes, "She's probably dead, just like Blake."
Jonah, you can't be so. Can't lose all hope. If you have no hope, we got nothing out here in the waste. You gotta
Look.
keep that hope burning inside.
He looks at you and he just goes, "Mother's dead?" He goes, "Blake's dead? So many other children were killed?" And he looks at you and like a tear starts to form. He just goes, "I just know it. Sarai is strong, but they're gonna kill them. They're gonna kill them all."
Rev grabs Jonah on the shoulder and he says, Jonah, when I was little, I lost somebody close to me too. And I let it eat me up inside. But you know what? I got strong and I got help. And now I'm going to use that strength and we are going to fight back. I need you to fight with me. Okay?
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Rolled a 3.
He doesn't seem to be too persuaded by those words. He merely starts to almost break down even more. And maybe it's just like a swell of emotions at this point.
Yeah.
You do get the sense though that some of your words hit home for him, and he like wants to be strong. He's just a young child who's gone through a lot, and he just needs to let go and just allow this moment to happen for him. He does tries to like buck up and kind of like okay, and he just goes and he just jumps into the co-pilot seat
Okay.
next to you, and he just kind of like he doesn't look at you anymore. He doesn't say anything, and he just kind of like looks forward and just kind of watches as the world passes by, as obviously you continue onto your destination.
Okay.
What do you do?
I want to start attempting to contact Otis and the doctor. See if I can get any of them on my communicator as we're heading towards Bighorn. I want to see if they're already there. I want to see if they got sidetracked or anything. I want to just see if I can contact them.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, go ahead. Oh shit, dude. We were muted this whole fucking time, dude. That was my bad to anybody who's out there who didn't hear.
No, Pieboy said he could hear.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, he said trust him. He's a doctor.
Oh,
so I think
gotcha.
he heard
Okay.
the Doctor Strange thing.
I just wanted to make sure because it looked like I had that muted there. How do you want to try to contact them?
First thing I want to ask the computer, the AI on the ship. Computer, are you able to enhance the range of my sidekick's communicator?
It starts to diagnose and kind of like compute things, and it just goes, you have to try to like hard dock directly into the mainframe itself, into my internal mainframe, and then you can use obviously my scanners to able to enhance and create more essentially to make it stronger in order for you to get out a stronger signal.
Kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where's the input? I'm going to try to do this thing.
Easily enough. You're an engineer. You see that there's a docking port that you can actually just jack into.
Okay.
You'll have to use a data jack. That you do have.
Yeah, I do have a data jack.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want to use my data jack to plug in and see if I can use that enhanced signal to try to contact them from my sidekick.
Okay, well, just go ahead and make a quick engineering.
Okay. I think I have engineering, don't I? Yes, I do. I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 1.
For some reason, you don't know what you did. But immediately as you start to like, you start to connect in, your data jack just like frizzes out, and you don't know. Maybe it's just due to all the atmosphere, the environment, the damage of all the fights you've been in. You have no idea what's been hit, what hasn't been hit at this point. You do take a look at it, and your data jack just fails you, and just shuts down.
Well, crap, I say out loud. Red says out loud.
Oh, awesome! Hi, thank you.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to just communicate with just my sidekick. I'm not going to try to enhance a signal.
Just
I'm
gonna
just
go
going
for
to
it?
send out a message.
Okay. Go ahead and see what you get.
Do I roll engineering again?
Yes, you do. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
engineering.
Finally, I rolled a 4, but then I rolled a 17.
17. Okay. Well, with that one, you're at favorable, so you don't need to roll it twice. It's just whatever it is plus 3. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah, we're not rolling twice. So go ahead
okay,
and just roll it again. Go ahead and roll it again.
Okay.
You just have to beat my number.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so 11, so favorable, so 14.
You're able to connect to. Let's just see. Doc 1 to 2, Voldo 3 to 4, and Otis 5 to 6.
Okay.
You get a hold of Otis. Otis,
I get
Otis,
Otis.
you get a ping. You're in the midst of seeing Miko reemerge from the rift. What you see, Otis, is what as well as Voldo, and what you see, Doc. Miko reemerges from the rift. She's singed, scarred. Her robe seems to still be smoldering at the ends, and seems now to be frayed. Her mask has now been cracked down the middle, and her eyes now are fully engulfed in what seems like flames or even suns with intense brightness. Her lip is quivering with an uncontrollable rage. As she emerges, you see that in front of her, floating, is a open, glowing tome. It's wrapped in shadows. The pages flip uncontrollably and only stops as she raises her dark magic hands, and the sounds of a deep guttural growl become emanating from her. Otis, you get a ping at the very moment that she emerges.
You still on mute?
No, Burger's on mute. Everybody's on mute. Woo!
Yeah. The volume's been weird. I've had to turn up everybody else's too.
No, we don't have Burger.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Did Burger turn on push to talk? Oh, God.
Did the power of Voldo make us all push to talk?
Burger chicked on push to talk.
There you are.
There we go. Now we got him.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay, Otis. So you get the ping.
Can't talk right now.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly say, what do you mean you can't talk? You're supposed to be flying the bighorn. I got out. Where are you?
There's some demonic shit going on right here, and I'm done paying attention to my thing.
Okay.
Can I zero in on his signal to try to figure out where he is?
Do you keep it open, Otis, or did you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stop?
it's still open, like so he would be able to hear what's going on,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not paying attention to him.
Gotcha. Okay. Sure. I'll let you do that. Go ahead and
Okay.
make a roll.
Okay. Do I have favorable on this at all?
You do. You do. Sure.
Okay. Then I have 5.
Yeah. You can't get a pinpoint on him at all. You're going relatively slow, and it's the easiest sailing of a ride that obviously up to this point you've actually been on. But you're still kind of going through that lightning storm, and you figure it could be causing obviously some interference there for you,
Okay.
and you don't know exactly how far out these guys are actually.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue on the course we're going, but I want to continuously try to either ping his location or see if I can work through the interference to find out where they are.
Okay. Um. With some of the sensors, you're able to at least get not like a triangulation or anything like that.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Not a triangulation, but you can kind of get a cardinal direction of where you believe that the initial signal was hailing from.
Okay. Is it in the same direction as Bighorn?
Relatively.
Is that something? It is. Okay.
Relatively.
Okay. I'm going to tell the computer, head towards that signal. Gosh. I want to tell the computer to split the difference between Bighorn and that signal so that if I can zero in, I can stop off at that signal.
Okay. The computer seems to understand the request. Tells you that it can't exactly pinpoint where that is, but you can probably get within maybe like a 10 to 15 mile radius of where you
Okay.
thought that signal was coming from.
Okay. So I will just start doing kind of a visual scan to see if I can see anything that would give away their location as we're flying then.
Okay. Give us 1 second here, everybody who's watching. We're going to put you on a brief hold. Just going to try to work out some audio issues here. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. go. We're going back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're back here. We should be able to have gotten that all fixed up. Everything should be
Everybody
good
can-
now. Yep, we're
Ye-
good.
You're
Yep,
all good with
you're good.
me?
For our group at this point of the Doc, Voldo, and Otis, you see Miko standing in front of you. You thought that you had taken care of her. Voldo is even like, holy crap. Not many people come back. Number one, Voldo hasn't been super successful with the temporal rifts. But when he does are successful, usually people don't reemerge. But you do get a
Yeah.
sense. Everybody roll awareness really quick.
6.
9.
Voldo?
7.
Okay. you get the sense that she seems a little stronger than when she initially went in. Just a little, though.
Oh boy.
Not exactly sure 100% if that's the case or not. What do you gentlemen want to do? Starting with Otis.
Oh.
I want to try to run at her and push her back in. Is the rift still around her?
The rift is still open.
I
But
want to like.
you do notice, especially for you, Voldo, that the rift, the outer portions of the rift seem to be controlled by her dark energy now.
Is it the same looking rift that I create?
Everything looks the same, but you do notice like the aura of it is being wrapped in some kind of, it's almost being wrapped a cocoon in some kind of dark energy that is not yours.
I'm still going at her. I don't know that.
Sure. For you, it's just a big hole that you're just like, holy crap, what's this all about?
I'm trying to push her back in it. Yeah.
You know what? Go for it. I
You
will
know,
let you. I will let
before-
you. I would let you go. Well,
you
hold on.
wanna do
Otis is
that,
going to go for
Burgher?
it. Otis is going
Wait.
for it. No
Do
meta.
something.
Say that again. Sure.
Is the lady standing directly in front of the portal?
She is.
Okay, so could I take to do my temporal rift for 0 exhaust so I can transport behind her and get on my knees behind her? So when Otis goes to
Oh,
when Burger
The
goes
old,
to push her over,
you know
Yeah.
what?
The old high school tripperoo.
Roll against me.
Exactly.
Well, roll a d20 against me, and we'll see if you can do it in time.
18.
Well, yeah. Well, can you beat a 7? I think you can.
I don't know.
Go ahead and see if you. I will let you act before me, and say that you can try to do it. So go ahead and see if you
And
actually
what-
do temporal rift first.
And I'm rolling away.
Your d6. You have to see if you actually do the temporal rift. Yep.
It's a weird ass one. Hold on, let me get the real one. Okay. 3.
3. Maybe it's because there's actually a sense, almost a sense of trepidation and fear in you, because you just didn't expect this. This doesn't really happen to you at all. But you go to strike another rift in space and time, and she merely stops you with some kind of like dark hold that the moment you kind of come down, you feel like you just can't strike down fully. You're being held against your will there. Otis has no idea what just happened. He's just bolting and running directly towards her. Her hands kind of like outstretched. As you are running,
I'm screaming.
of course, you do still have the dried blood from obviously the two guys that you killed earlier today.
Mhm.
And you see that Voldo tries to do some kind of attack at the same time and gets essentially almost stopped in his tracks. And he's almost like frozen in place as you kind of pass him to go to push. Voldo, that immediately just ticks you off because you're just like, dude, that's another temporal rift that has not worked for me. Go ahead and roll power at unfavorable. Yep.
6.
As you go to push her,
Oh, Jesus.
she's as you actually get that close, you pick up at that point because you're so close. You pick up the sense that she's almost shielded in some kind of weird dark energy that makes her immovable the moment that you go to push. It's like pushing into a titanium reinforced wall and she's probably like 5'3", like 125 pounds. And the moment that you don't even actually touch her, it's just like you just hit a wall.
I feel like that spooks me enough where I'm just gonna start backpedaling slowly.
She just kind of looks at you and snarls, her lips still quivering just with anger. She's almost seething.
I want to put my hand ready on my pistol that's on my belt that's not loaded.
Yes. Doc, you've seen Voldo being stopped in his tracks. You saw Otis essentially do the hero move and be completely stopped in his tracks. What do you do?
So they're both like really close to her now.
Yeah, they're almost essentially right next to her, almost adjacent. Voldo's probably 5 feet away. He's not right on top of her. At this point, the Otis is right there. They're practically dating.
I
Having a conversation. Hey, babe.
are they able to move at this point?
You have no idea. You just know
I
that
yell at
whatever.
them. I'm gonna yell at them.
whatever
Guys,
is
get
happening
out of there.
is
Get out. Something. This is crazy.
Okay.
I don't trust this woman, so I'm yelling at him to run, take cover,
Just
and
to get out
I'm
of the
looking
way.
for I'm looking to just scram at this point.
Okay.
I have no interest in.
I want to scram.
Voldo, you hear this?
Should I? You know what? Let me try temporal rift again,
Okay.
so we can get 40 yards away.
As you feel that whatever was maintaining you before kind of lets go for a moment, and it's mainly at the same point that Otis gets right up to her. So it's almost like her focus shifted to Otis at that point, and to you, it's just like she just kind of like let that power go, and you kind of gain back full momentum and full motion at this point.
Okay, so I mean, I could legit theoretically hit her now without me.
You could.
Okay. Let's see. In that case, hold on. Let me see what I got left. You know what? Can I go for banishment rift?
Banishment rift again.
Banishment rift.
Yeah. Essentially, the other rift no longer belongs to you at this point.
Right. What?
You did banishment rift before. That rift is no longer under your control.
No, that
So
was
you can do it
temporal
again.
rift.
Now that was banishment rift. If you stick somebody in
The
something, it's a
original one.
banishment.
The one that put her away.
The one that initially put her away. Yeah, you tried to do temporal rift again and you didn't do it. But yeah, the initial one, that rift that you did open, that's still open, was banishment rift.
Oh.
So you could try it again, merely because that rift is no longer under your control.
Oh, so he's creating a whole different rift?
Yeah, I'm
You mean
allowing him to create a
specifically
different
that one, Rick.
Yeah,
So you're trying to do another one.
you're trying to create
That
another
doesn't
one.
mean you're without the ability to use it
Okay. All right. So I'm 6.
or
Right?
try it.
Yep, go for it. 5 or 6. That's it done.
6.
Okay. So you strike at space and time again, tearing the fabric. How far away are you doing this one?
I'm sorry, what?
How far away are you creating this rift?
Well, I mean, my last move, I was standing right next to her.
Okay. You can't
So-
create one on top of somebody. Are you just trying to put it in front of her? Because that's where
Out
Otis
of
is.
existence. I want to banish her into an existence with no space, no time. In the movie, one of those movies where Loki gets stuck falling for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
I want her to be in that. There's nothing around her. There's no magic. They're just going to be falling for infinity.
Well, you have the ability to create a banishment rift. You don't have the ability to create what's inside the rift itself.
Okay. So what?
So you're creating a rift of time and space that you can jettison somebody into. What is
Okay.
inside that time and space is essentially up to me.
Shit. I
Yeah,
don't know monster names, but let's go with a kraken.
You want to put are you hoping there's a kraken inside your rift? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. You know what? Let's put her in the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Okay, so we'll see if that happens. Go ahead. And where are you again? My question to you is, where are you ripping this in front of? You cannot rip
It's
it on
important.
top of somebody, and in front of her is Otis. So you're sucking Otis in if you decide to dump it right there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's like
Okay,
the big that's the
gotcha.
big thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh fuck.
So is it safe to
As a
assume Otis?
GM, I usually stay out of that, but I think that'd be
Matter
a
of
really
death.
crappy thing for a little oversight
Matter of-
where you just you
go with-
ripped it and you sucked your friend in without knowing he was there.
I'm writing that to my notes, but could I just do matter of death?
Sure.
Okay. So 6 for a hit, 5, and then wait, the 5 is
Well,
5 is
well,
decapitate.
five to hit. Oh, you
Okay,
did you
then
did
I
it. You did it first. You did. That's fine. You take 2 VP away, so
Mhm.
make sure that you minus that.
Yeah.
And then you roll the 5 or 6. So 5 or 6 would give you decapitation. Remove the head of any target that doesn't have the title of a leader legendary. Unfortunately, she's an elite.
6.
Yep. Unfortunately, she's an elite. So all you get to do is 4d6 plus 4 towards her.
4d6.
Plus 4 towards her.
Ah, shit. Whatever. Okay, 3. 9. 12. Yep.
Isn't it 4d4?
No, I didn't say that.
No.
10.
No, you were already at 12.
Okay.
And then what did you get on this roll?
2, so 12.
Okay, so you're 14. And then
Okay.
plus 4, which puts you at 16. Okay.
14 plus 4 would be 18.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
Dr. Rand.
Doctor, and I got,
That's a
hands of a
magician.
surgeon.
He makes surgical cuts and does basic
And the mind of
addition.
a robot,
It does basic addition. Okay. You do in most cases, Voldo, you come swinging down on top of essentially her, this small little petite girl who's just essentially just been a pain in your ass since the moment you've met her on the jet. You go to swing like Thor. You go for the head.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, you're going for the head.
Yeah.
Yet it doesn't remove her head from her shoulders, but it does create a big, deep gash across her.
Okay. And so for my bonus move, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up blood arrows,
Okay.
Um, let's see. Add 1 dice per 3 VP. So let's see. The hit, I got 6,
That's a hit.
and then on the and at 6 to damage.
Okay. How much VP are you spending? Make sure you have enough VP that you're not killing yourself.
You know what? Let me do 2.
Okay, 2 will give you 2d8 plus 4. So go ahead and roll 2
Plus 4.
d8s.
Oh, let me grab my 8s out. I hit them all really. Here we go.
Nobody needs 8s, bitch.
Okay, 2d8s plus 4.
Yep.
Okay, I got an 8 and a 4.
12, 16.
12.
16. Professor
Yeah.
Rand?
Sure. I wasn't paying attention this time.
Thank you, Professor Rand. Okay, give me 1 second.
It is.
Yeah.
Professor Derpanger.
I carried the 1.
Did you carry the 1? Okay. Wow, in total you did... Wow, you did 36 points of damage there?
Yep.
18 and
Holy
18?
crap.
Wow, nice. Voldo seems... For you, Doc, you were just like, run, guys, get out of here. And you're just
Well,
like...
I wanted to take a good vantage point.
No, you didn't. You just went,
Oh, I
run,
did.
guys. We can't fight her. And like
Yeah.
Otis was like, whoa.
He's wearing his brown pants today.
Yeah. Otis was just like, whoa, man, I'm not sure about this. And Voldo is just like swinging, he's just like hack a sack. He's trying. You know, he's a lumberman. He's a timber guy. What do they call it? Lumberjack.
Lumberjack.
Yeah.
SFA, Axe and Jacks.
Thank you, Professor Rand. And he's just going to town on top of Mako, just swinging and just slicing at her. You start to see blood trickle. She seems to be damaged, but her mannerisms and the way she's standing, she seems unfazed by it all. To her, it's just like, if this is the fight, then this is the fight. Doc, you saw Voldo do this? Do you feel inspired? Or do you continue to run?
It did nothing, and it validated my reason to run. To be honest,
Fair enough.
I want to get further enough away from her to see what the hell she's gonna do, and maybe.
Okay, so you're just continuing to use your movement to run away.
No, I'm gonna go ahead because I yelled out for him to run.
Voldo stood his ground.
What's that? Yeah,
Voldo stood his ground.
Otis stayed there too for some reason. Either he couldn't move.
Otis's next turn, he'll be running.
He's backpedaling a bit now.
Yeah,
He's kinda
I'm
like-
already started.
I'm gonna stay where I am at this point. What am I, like 40 feet away, 30 feet away?
Yeah, you're probably at full max.
I want to see her reaction to the attack, and I wanted to see if either one of them actually run to come join me. I kind of want to plan an attack here,
Okay.
but I don't want to get attacked at the same time. And also, if I skip my move, can I add exhaust?
Yes.
So
you
how many?
decide-
Just one?
If it's a bonus, you get 1 exhaust back. If it's a main, you get 2 exhaust back.
I'm gonna do that because I really want to see what she's gonna do and see if there's anything I can do as a reaction to that.
Okay, so are you skipping
Plus,
both?
I'm down on. I need.
Are you skipping
I'm
both?
gonna need those extra two.
Okay, you got it. Are you holding something?
I'm sorry.
Are you holding an action then? You have a main and a bonus. Essentially, you
Right.
just passed your main. Are you just holding the bonus and just like wait for her to do something?
I'm holding both. Yeah, and just
You can't hold both. You just spent 1 to get exhaust
Yeah,
back.
if you pass one and get the exhaust, you don't get to do it again.
Yeah,
You're
you don't get to
passing
do
it.
it.
So if you pass your main, you get 2 exhausts back. If you hold your bonus, you don't get exhaust, but you can react.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought. Okay, got you.
So you tell me what.
Well, the bonus then I'm going to. I'm gonna activate my shield then and spend one of those that I got.
You can do it. Go ahead.
And just put it on.
Voldo, you see this. You're sitting there.
I
You're
was
fine.
gonna shield one of you too, but no one decided to run. I was happy to share a shield.
Pussy, put him in shit.
I'm an alive pussy at this point.
Voldo's
So
like,
far, anyway.
Voldo's just like,
We're all alive at this point.
yeah. Voldo's like smacking it, and then in the corner of his eye, he sees an Otis backpedaling, and he sees in the distance, the old doc just like shield.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Okay, so you did shield yourself. Otis, are you saw?
I'm
what
gonna
Voldo
turn
did?
around and start running towards the dock. That's who I heard say run. That's where I'm heading.
Okay.
That's not meta either. That was my plan.
That was your plan? Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, you obviously you just turn around and you just make a beeline towards the dock. Doc, do you want to just spend another exhaust to give him a shield? As you see Otis running towards you like chariots of fire. Dun, 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 dun,
I'll do it. Then I'll just break even.
Okay, with that, you just spend that exhaust that you got back to put a shield on top of good old Otis here. Otis, all you did was spend your movement.
Reload counts as a movement, right?
Reload counts as a bonus.
Oh, it counts as a bonus?
Yep.
Okay.
So you have a main.
Then I am going to do... How far away? About 40 feet away?
Yeah, whatever your max range is.
The
The
doc-
dock,
the
but the
My
doc
dock
max
is
is
at 40.
45.
How much damage have they taken?
You have no idea. I mean,
Yeah,
unless they want to tell you, they can tell you.
I haven't kept track.
All I know is what I'm down to.
You guys can tell each other what your damage is. That's fine.
Oh, I'm down at 25, so...
Okay. So for Otis, he looks like he's kind of skinned up a bit. The doc looks like he's okay.
He's the doc. I'm going to use a main. It's called Quick Trigger.
Go for it. Wait a minute. You're running away, getting a shield, and turning around to shoot?
If you want me to roll...
No, that's fine. I'm just saying.
Well, because the reload was a bonus. The move
like-
was the move.
Sounds like cowards. Let's do it. Just like run
Well,
away.
I don't care
with
about
the
at,
shield.
at what point can we talk? Because
You
I
can talk.
noticed that some. Huh?
You can talk, but the only person next to you at this point is Otis. Voldo,
Yeah.
Voldo is in the midst of being a hero, or at least dying like one.
I want to ask him, like, do you see what I'm seeing here? Because it's obviously different. There's something way, way worse than what went in. Something worse is coming out. We've already seen what she can do.
Yeah.
Now it appears that
she's
she's
possessed.
doing more. Yeah. I mean, God bless Voldo, but
God bless.
Yeah, I'm not... You had the right idea, Doc. I'm with you. I'm with you. If Rev's not here, I'm with you.
I commend Voldo heavily for attacking.
I don't. He's a fool. She's on something else.
It was a mild consideration to me, but no,
Isn't she at like
she wasn't supposed to
50
come
damage?
back.
What was that?
Isn't she at like 40 to 50 damage?
Well,
I have no
You
idea.
obviously did some damage. You have no idea what she's done. You do know that you've actually done some damage, and you're the only person who's actually done any damage.
For my first one, I hit close to 30, and the second one, I think, was like 14 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a tank.
Hey,
Frickin' brother one-shot me, so yeah.
Almost.
yeah.
Little. Remember, you also heard that little sister was worse.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm more freaked out by the shield thing she did.
Go ahead and do your quick trigger.
It's a hit with a 5.
Gotcha, go for it. Give me some damage.
That's 4. That's 6, and it's incendiary.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Is it just just
So she
regular
came out.
burn?
Now she's on fire. She's not going to be very happy with you guys. I
She's
don't think.
At least I'm far away and Voldo's near. Sorry, Voldo.
she's even more
Hey.
on fire.
You should have opened the rift.
What is it? What is it? Is it plus
Hey,
4?
I'm working on it.
Is that plus
Say that
4?
again?
Is that plus 4 burn
I'm working on it.
per turn? Is it
Say
plus
again.
4 burn per turn? As long as she's
No. I looked at the item list and it just said burn damage.
okay, which I think it is.
I didn't have anything
I
else
think
for
it's
that.
plus 4. Okay. Okay. You hit her. Where do you hit her? Are you like square in the chest?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
You hit her square in the chest. She just kind of like, whew, and just kind of
Ooh.
like, she stays there for like a second and just kind of like, and it's like blood is like dripping out, but again, she seems unfazed, and she starts to even grow even more angry. Roll awareness,
Alright,
each
so-
one of you.
Good one, man.
14.
Roll awareness, Doc.
Who?
Both of you
What?
roll awareness. Everybody roll awareness.
Oh,
14.
God help. 12.
12.
12.
Otis, what'd you get?
14.
Otis, you all notice that this darkness, the shadows that are surrounding her, are starting to get stronger. You can actually feel them now. Like it's almost frightening power.
Is she growing? I'm saying that to the doc because he's nearby. I'm in
I don't know,
amazement.
this looks oddly familiar. This kind of seems a little bit like what happened on the jet. Does she have some kind of spirit army or something?
Oh, that's
All
right.
I know is this doesn't look good.
Should I shoot her again?
You said you can't.
Not this turn.
I love this
I'm-
conversation between the doc and him. Like
Yeah.
Voldo is just like, I'm gonna fight you to the
I'm
end.
just looking around. I'm looking around. There's obviously nothing to take cover under, right?
There's nothing.
Yeah, we're out. Just
Yeah,
like in the
whatever she
desert.
has going on is going to find us most likely anyway.
Okay. Well, it's her turn. She attacks.
That's what we've all been waiting for and
That
afraid
is
of.
what we've been waiting for. Oh.
As you guys sit there and just like, "Quack, quack, quack." You guys see this? Wow, Voldo, great job. And she's like, fuck. Okay, so she hits. She reaches out her hand. Her tome that's still kind of floating in front of her starts to flip pages and then stops. And with that, she reaches out her hand, and the Cabalist invokes a 20-foot by 20-foot circle of black flames that engulfs all within it, even allies, if she had any. Burning corruption. She places it right in the middle of you two guys who are sitting there having a powwow, having this great talk. She does 1d10 plus 5. As you guys are like talking, you notice on the ground, you start to see almost like this large circle of just runes that kind of glow underneath your feet. And it turns
hell?
into like black flames that just engulfs both of you.
If I had hair.
That one, you each both take. What was it again? You both take 12 points of damage apiece.
How many?
Not you, Voldo. It's to Otis and the doc. 12 points of
Okay.
damage apiece.
12?
Yep. You take burn.
How does their shield? They had a shield. Does that interact at all with this?
Whatever the shield does to stop it. I don't know what your shield does. Does it?
And
It
AR.
doesn't. It just tells me what I have to spend.
Yeah. Well, you get a shield. The shield will tell you what it is, though. What is it to protect you from? Guys, you kind of need to write this stuff down. I can't jump
I
around.
wrote everything
get
that
it.
was pertinent to it.
Deep prime engineer.
Yeah, makes it difficult for me to have to find out what it is for you guys. Let me see what it is. Come on, Scott, go faster. The Iron Shield drone.
Yeah.
It absorbs full damage for 1 turn and then dissipates.
Nice.
So you guys don't take any damage. Okay, so you're lucked out, but you do take burn and corruption. And because she hit 2 of you, she actually gets an exhaust apiece back.
Ooh, that wench.
Oh wow.
What did she do? You said something in corruption?
You take burn and corruption. Don't worry about it. We'll worry about it next turn. For that one, she does that, and then she turns to Voldo, who's standing right in front of her, and she's going to attack you, Voldo. And since you're right in front of her, she hits you. And what you see her do is, in like anime, more like Japanese horror, her like jaw becomes super open and elongated. Just something like horribly unnatural as it just kinds to get bigger and bigger. And she screams out in this dark chant. She starts to curse you. And she poisons your spirit. And you are officially poisoned. And then you also take some damage, which is 2d6 plus 5. You take 11, 16 points of damage minus your armor rating. As a direct frontal cone of attack.
What was the number she attacked me with?
16 minus your armor rating, which I think is like 5, right?
The 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
6 armor.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he got the same armor I did.
Oh, gotcha. You got the good stuff.
Yeah, he copied me basically.
Yep. Okay, so my vitality is down to 8.
Okay. With that, she moves off to the side as far away as she can get, which is she's right at around 40 feet. So she shifts, creating enough distance between her and Voldo, and still the same distance between the doctor and Otis. With that, Voldo, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna have to use a lesser salve.
Okay.
That gives me back 20 vitality.
I think everything is a roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2. It just says 206 vitality.
2d6.
2d6. That makes more sense.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, 4, 6,
You gain 10 back.
and 10 back.
Okay. Who has corruption?
I got it. I got it last time, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Doc and Burgher
And-
notice.
Starting at the beginning of the turn for you guys, you need to roll to save to get out of it. If not, you start to lose exhaust at 2 ticks per turn.
All right.
Okay? And burn, you take 4 damage tick per turn unless you roll out of it. For poison, Voldo, you take 2 damage per turn unless you roll out of it, and your move speed is halved. Okay.
What do I roll?
Nothing right now. I just need to give you this information for you to know. Rev, you start to get
Okay.
closer. You get a stronger ping. Probably.
So I'm starting to zero in on their position.
Yeah, probably you figure right outside of maybe like 8 or 9 miles as you start
Okay.
to get closer. You don't know if it is Otis, but you know that it is a life form.
Oh.
And it seems to be the only life form out there. Roll your engineered again to see if you can strengthen that.
Okay.
Strengthen that signal.
Okay. And since I have it, it's at not advantage, but
Favorable.
favorable. Okay, so 11.
Okay. You're able. It takes you a little bit longer to kind of get it done, but you're an engineer, and you know that time is of the essence and something like this. The last thing you heard from Otis was, "Can't talk now," and just then you heard a bunch of just like,
Yeah, if the line's open, I'm hearing shots fired and
Yeah, the
And
line's
full-
still
physical
open.
energy, something.
you heard as well from the doc. Yeah, good job.
And she's getting bigger or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Is she
Is
growing?
she growing? And where's this fire coming? Oh my god!
I'm telling you, that's a hilarious conversation to hear on the other end.
Yeah, without any kind of context, that's what you're hearing. Just like, hey, is she growing? You're just like, what in the world's happening? You have no idea what's going on.
How close am I to Bighorn when I'm like getting within this radius of life forms?
You get the sense that they have to be 10 miles out from Big.
10 miles outside of Bighorn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to tell the computer to keep scanning, but I want to, instead of trying to find them with how much trouble they're sounding like they have, I want to drop the kids off at Bighorn before I go searching for them.
Son of
So
a bitch.
You just gonna
I'm-
as you guys are
I
like
don't-
fighting.
Look at this guy, too good to kill some kids.
I have done too many kid killing in these episodes, I'll tell you.
I haven't killed one.
I could just imagine as you guys are fighting Miko, and you guys look up, and there's Devil Jet that just keeps going right on by, and then you like Rev just like, I'll be back, guys. Stay alive.
Yeah, but I'm going to continue scanning, but I'm going directly to Bighorn. I'm like,
Okay. So
you guys, you need to get safe. I'm going to drop them off at that, what was it, a tavern that we hung out at, I guess?
Whiskey Pete's.
Yeah, Whiskey Pete's, was that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm going to drop you guys off at Whiskey Pete's. You're going to get a drink, you're going to relax, then I'm going to go find my friends.
Okay, so you just decided, just like whatever happens, you're just gonna beeline it to Big.
I am gonna say, computer, maybe we could kick it up to something past comfortable mode to maybe a little more urgent speed if we could.
You hear him just go, of course, and immediately it's just like full thrusters, and you guys all get slammed back.
Hold on, kids, we're getting you home. Or someplace
Safe.
safe.
Do you say anything to Otis?
Since I'm just hearing this stuff,
All the
I'll be
kids,
like-
all the kids are just like going, "What's going on?"
yeah. I will say, you guys hold on, I'll be there as soon as I can.
I
At
take
this-
it the doc heard that,
At this
right?
point, yeah. At this point, you guys are all close enough that, or at least for the Doc and Otis, that he has a
Yeah.
direct connection. That you hear Rev in the midst of this battle. You're just like putting out flames, and you're just like you're seeing Voldo having to like take salves, and you're just like fighting this thing. You hear exactly what Rev says.
Be there as soon as I can.
As the jet's flying over.
No, he doesn't get close enough for that. He
Oh,
he
okay.
took a different
Alright.
line. Do you guys say anything? You guys do anything? Does this inspire you? Does this make you piss your pants?
Oh, Rev's coming.
Yes, just get here soon. My gosh, we need a
Soon!
missile here. We need another plane to destroy.
Oh, they're finally talking to me. All right.
Wait, so do I have a move?
Once it's
That's
your
it.
turn. It's not your
Do I
turn.
have a move, or do we got to go in turns?
Yeah, we always have to go in turns.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out who's going.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So not you just hear that. Do you guys say anything to him? That was the last communication you get.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just acknowledging he was coming. That's it.
Okay,
I have
gotcha.
nothing to say to him.
Okay.
I'm leaving it open though. I'm leaving
Sure. Okay.
as long as I could, obviously.
Voldo. Go ahead first. Roll your d20.
Give me 1 second. There you go. 15.
15. You feel the poison start to course through your veins, but you merely will it. And the poison tries to grab hold. And you don't know if it's your alien DNA that's been infused inside you as well. That's Saldarian DNA. But the poison subsides. And it does not grab hold.
Nice.
Cool.
What would you like to do? She has moved away from you. There's been a conversation of two guys who are now on fire in the back.
I should not really have anything to help putting fires out.
That fire extinguisher. Yeah, bye
Do
boy.
I?
No, unfortunately you don't. All you missed is that Rev did a flyby and said, I'll come back later for you guys. I got kids to drop off.
I gotta drop the kids off at school. I'll be right there.
How much damage does fire do per turn?
4.
4.
If it maintains.
Can I pull up my little radio thing and
Sidekick?
contact the 2 people who are in dire need of that?
You can turn around. They're only 40 feet away from you.
Oh, they're only 40 feet away? Okay. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, your 2 cohorts are doing dances with wolves in the back. It's like,
With my science or mystical, can I roll to try to put it out just with science? No.
I thought
Stop,
thought
drop,
we
and roll.
I thought we deflected the damage and then the fire went out. I didn't realize it was still
no,
burning.
you didn't take the damage.
We just got the status of
You
got
just
the
get the
status
status
effects, yeah.
You know.
They're 40 feet away. She's now 40 feet away. What do you want to do? And now you're standing in front of that rift again.
Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna do time rewind.
Oh, okay.
This class is so
Weird.
crazy,
It's weird.
chaotic.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared for it at all.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything figured out here real
Oh
quick.
no! It's
What's the
you
ID?
have these abilities that can change
Right.
everything.
I know. I don't know how none of you guys actually picked this guy. Okay, so I am going to time rewind to the last event. I'm gonna lose 2E,
Wait,
2B.
let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Maybe if you guys can remind me. Has he done time rewind before?
He did it. Yes, he did it with. We were about to die.
When the plane was
Yeah,
going to go down the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You've done it already. You can only do it 1 time per day. You did it to
Okay.
save it
Same
when you
day.
guys you're about to crash the plane. You did time
And
rewind.
we
And then he
still
crashed the crane. Crashed the crane anyway. Okay. Crashed the plane.
Oof, gosh, this is
He
tough,
stopped it to
you know?
crash the plane. It's
He
to
crashed the plane.
anyway.
Oh no! Don't crash the
And-
plane.
And we have no idea how close they are to dying. Or do any
No.
of them look? None of them look even damaged.
I look
Well,
pretty hard hit.
Here's the thing. You can ask them. I don't have their numbers. So you can I have
Okay,
no
okay.
problems if you guys want to tell each other what your vitality points are. I think that's something that's important. If you guys can help each
Yeah.
other out.
I'm
But,
at 20.
25 of 40.
yeah.
Okay, but
20
out
out
of
of what?
out of you two, Rev and Burgher, the people that are next
Rev's
to you,
not there.
yeah,
Doc.
Doc. Yeah.
Otis and Doc.
Yep.
When you're looking at the 2 people that you're fighting, do they look just complete strength, or do they look like they are on their way down?
What is your vitality out of right now, Doc?
20 out of 35.
20 out of 35. Otis?
I'm 25 out of 40.
Maybe Otis looks a little more beat up.
No, I was talking about the people they're fighting.
We're all
Like, they're
fighting the same
looking-
person.
You're all fighting one person.
It's just that one girl.
It's just
one
Miko.
what's her face?
There's nobody else there.
Okay, and they both. And what did they say about that? What does she look like?
Oh, she would be the same for everyone else. She looks like she's taken damage,
She looks
looks
like she
like-
took damage just because you're the only one that damaged her.
pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
there's visible signs of her taking damage that you've done, and the single shot that Otis did, but you also have felt that her power seems to be growing.
Yeah,
The
I don't
angrier
even feel like
she
what she
gets-
looks like is what we did.
Okay, so looks like I will be doing. Okay. Nice. Looks like I'm gonna do blood arrows.
Okay.
3 VP. Okay,
how
so
much-
I am going
For you,
I'm gonna do blood infused arrows.
okay. How much VP
At
are you spending again?
What?
How much VP are you spending?
BM or BP?
How much vitality are you spending?
Oh, vitality on this one. 6. So 2 dice. You know, fuck it. Let's make it 3 dice. See if we can just kind of do this.
Okay.
Yes, it'll bring my vitality down to 11. Wait. Nine.
9. Okay.
Okay.
How much have you
And
spent?
what was it?
How much VP did you spend?
11.
No, not what you're down to. How much are you spending for every
Yeah.
3
Okay.
VP?
And 1 dice is 6 vitality points.
Okay, so you're 2d8 plus 4. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, my last vitality says 18. Did I forgot to update that?
Well, you did take the salve to get some back.
What?
You did take the salve to get some back. I don't know what the numbers are.
On the salve, it didn't.
You were the
Salve.
last thing I heard is you were down to 9. You had to take a salve. I don't know if if it got you to 18.
Oh,
you're at
that's
18.
what that is. Okay, yeah. So right down to 17 on that. No, 4. No. Ugh, 16 on that one, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 14. 6. So I'm back down to 8 there.
Okay, then go ahead and do your damage.
Okay. One dice per No, that's not the right one. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out exactly which one I was doing. Blood arrows is what I was doing. Add 1 dice per VP.
First roll or 5 or 6 to see if you even hit before you start getting crazy. That's a long look at a roll. What is it?
5.
Okay.
5.
All right. Just tell me
Okay.
how much VP you're spending. Just give me the information, and Professor Rand and I will work out the numbers.
Okay, yeah, 6.
6.
6.
Okay, it's 2d8
6
plus 4.
vitality is what I'm giving.
2d8 plus 4 is your damage. Go ahead.
2d8.
2d8 plus 4.
Damn it.
What you gentlemen, see as he materializes a phantom bow and begins to make a powerful ranged attack by infusing his own vitality to increase the damage itself. So it wasn't enough that he was creating time rifts. He's also materializing a phantom bow every time that he's attacking. That doesn't seem to be
Right.
attached to him at all.
6.
Perfectly normal.
8.
Okay, so that's
So it's 14.
plus 4, so that's 18.
thank you.
Yeah.
So he's been consistently 18, 18, and 18.
I feel like we might be able to actually take her out.
I think you might be able to.
You as she obviously creates some distance for you. You materialize this phantom bow and you take aim and you just unleash 2 potent arrows that just shoom shoom right into her side. These ones she actually screams out in a little bit of pain, angry that these arrows are like embedded into her and they just kind of like they essentially dematerialize and just disappear from her. But you do see that you've created 2 more now gaping holes in her side that are now bleeding. I've noticed none of you guys have been rolling your create a threat roll, so can you roll a d20, please? Or whatever it is that you need to roll. No, I'm sorry, a d10. D10.
D what?
A d10. Okay, either or. Okay, so you're almost as high as it can get. Okay, Voldo, you did that 1 attack. Any other attacks you want to do?
See. Cast. You know what? Let me. If when I throw a shot grenade, what does that cost me?
You can just go ahead and just toss it, and we'll just see. It's just
Okay,
5 or 6
cool.
to toss.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2d8s plus 4.
What is a shot grenade, Otis? You know better than anyone what the damage is.
All I
What kind
know
of
is
grenade
the-
was?
It's a shot grenade.
Shot.
Concussive.
2d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Targets are considered stunned. 25-foot radius.
5 or 6 to throw it first to hit.
Okay, 6, 1. And then 4. So
Okay.
10.
Did you roll to see if you hit?
Oh, yeah, that too. 4.
Okay. Yeah, you go to throw this. You pull out one of your grenades and you go to toss it. And the moment that you toss it, it immediately gets sucked into that banishment rift and disappears into the essentially space and time in the ether itself.
So I have to close up management rifts?
If you can. You do notice,
Okay.
though, Voldo, that again, this rift is no longer under your control. It's under hers.
Okay.
Okay? Do you want to move?
Who's the closest person to her?
Who's the closest person to you? Essentially you at this point.
Okay. How close is she to the portal?
You're closer to the portal than she is.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna try and pull the temporal rift again.
You
And
can't. You've already
go-
done everything. You threw a grenade and then you did blood arrows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you can just move, physically move.
You can move away.
Okay, I'm gonna back the F away from
Okay,
there then.
you actually create some distance. Sure. How much
Yeah.
distance are you creating? How much move are you spending?
40 feet is my max.
Okay, so you're gonna go the full 40. You got it.
Yeah.
Otis, you're up. Again,
Doc, you got any ideas?
Again, you've seen Voldo continue to stand his ground, and he has not moved. Interesting enough, considered firing away, and then he moves.
We see him connect.
Yeah, you see him
and
do all
messing
of
her
this, yeah, and messing her up.
up. Okay.
I mean, if 3 other people happen to join me, I feel like we could do this.
Rev is just like leaning back, listening to music. It's gonna be okay, kid. We're gonna get the vehicle.
I got some Mozart going on.
As I'm asking Doc, though, I want to take my. Oh, I have the good one. Hold on. My devil dog 50.
Sure.
I want to aim up and I want to take a shot at her with quick shot.
Go for it. Rock and roll.
Aren't we burning though? Don't we have to like get out of the burn
That's a
or
good point.
something?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we have to do that
The
first.
Your
corruption
friend-
and the burn or whatever.
So much for
So-
being an ally. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Go ahead and roll a d20 if you could, please. All you need is an 11 to get out of it.
You said a D20.
Yep.
So 4 on the burn. So I take 4 points of
Take
damage.
4 points of damage, and now you're gonna
And then
take
corruption.
that corruption. Roll the d20 so you get out of the corruption.
18.
That one you're able to will it through, and the
Shake
corruption
it off, Survivor.
subsides.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you're still just smoldering, still going. Why won't this
Nah.
stop?
I didn't lose any exhaust yet, though, right? If I failed that roll, I would have.
No, yeah, no
Okay.
exhaust.
I'm going to drop down, do quick shot
Go for
to
it.
hit her with the devil dog. I just like saying.
Double dog.
Hit it with a 6.
Nice.
Go for it.
Now, these are dirty rounds, which is corruption.
Okay.
This is a 1d12 plus 1d8 stun damage. So I rolled an 11 for the d12,
Ooh.
and the stun damage is 6. Oh, wait, no, I rolled the wrong die. 4.
Total. What is it?
11 plus 4,
15.
15.
15.
And 4 of that stun, and all of it is corruption.
All right.
Nice.
You do notice that, Doc, you're putting out the flames as well. And then Otis springs into action. He just pulls out his sniper rifle, drops down
Beautiful.
to one knee. It's almost superhero like. It's like Captain America. And he takes a shot, and he doesn't even it's not even well aimed.
Nah.
Devil dog, nah, chili dog. Chili dog. There's a chili dog gun. And he just fires the shot that just almost it hits so hard into Miko that it feels like it almost rips her arm off, but it doesn't. But the way she snaps is so unnatural. And she's just kind of and she's just just weird, just these movements that she's creating that seem just so dark and unnatural. But you start to see that there's almost this gigantic gaping hole now that just went clean through
Nice.
her shoulder. And she kind
Cool.
of looks at it, and it just kind of gets filled by just essentially just dark power and shadow. What would you like to do next, Otis?
I'm going to pass my bonus, and I'm going to reload my rifle as my movement.
Okay.
Or no, that's a bonus. Well, that's essentially the same thing, right?
It's essentially the same thing. If you
Yeah.
wanna do
Okay.
it.
I'm going to reload my
You got it.
Your chili dog.
Yeah,
the
chili
devil
dog. The chili cheese devil dog. Doc, she is stunned. She seems to be reeling a little bit. As you see, Otis's attack hit true. He gives a little maniacal laugh. And then when he goes to try to do something else, he just merely puts in another bullet and just kind of looks at you.
What do I have to roll to stop? Can't I just run out of the fire? You said it's only 20 feet.
Roll a d20. Don't try to work the game I created by saying, "Now I should do it this way."
All
It
right,
doesn't work
well,
that way.
so I
You're on
take
fire.
4 then, right?
Yes.
You said I take 4?
Roll another d20 to see if you take the corruption.
19.
Okay. With that one, just like Otis, you will through the corruption and it does not take hold.
Good stuff.
Nice.
So
That's
the
you
one
take,
will
the
probably hurt
damage,
us the
but you
most.
don't lose the exhaust.
All right. I'm gonna just try and sprint to my max distance. Can I do that?
Absolutely. For everybody who's been watching tonight, I want to thank you so much for hanging out. out of this whole night, the doc has run from everything tonight. Just wanted to say that.
I'm not running away.
No.
I'm running, just running to get out of the fire.
He's been in 3 different situations, and he said run in every single one of the situations. Go for it.
Yeah, and I'm still getting killed.
Go for it. You can use your movement just to get out of whatever the situation is.
Right. So I'm gonna just try and get out.
Okay. So you create some distance. You go into the right, the left, back. Otis is right next to you, so it gives you some context where he is position-wise.
I don't want to go toward her, but just kind of off to the side to kind of keep
So
the same distance.
You just shift. You strafe to the side. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully get out of this stupid fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and
Running from the fire makes sense. Blame Shogi. Now.
I'm gonna try and
this is dark magic here.
I'm gonna use Into the Shadows to attack at advantage.
Okay. Again, Into the Shadows is a stealth. You have nothing to hide behind.
I know.
You were out in the open here, so you're
But
not
I
going to get
attack
any
at
advantage. You don't get any advantage because you're not stealthing anywhere.
All right. Well, I wrote down attacks at advantage 1 turn. What does that mean?
Is if you are able to stealth and disappear, then you can do it that way.
Oh, I see.
But because this is
So
wide
that
open,
one's useless to me then.
Yeah, in this situation, position-wise,
Oh, I see.
you're
Okay.
wide open.
Gotcha.
She can see you. You can't disappear anywhere.
Yeah, you usually have to go into stealth before you're in combat for it to really be effective.
Especially,
gotcha.
it's kind of it would be tough though if
So
you're in a wide
stealth is
open area.
considered hiding?
Where are you hiding in a wide open area? I mean, I guess he
Right.
can like hide under his hat if he can make himself small.
Well, she's stunned.
She is stunned, so any attacks you get stun damage.
All right, I'm gonna use the I'm gonna use the Ion Crackle.
Go for it. At last, he runs then shoots. Sounds like an Otis thing.
And this is to stun also, though.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can maintain the stun.
Flipping left my other dice in there and it hit it. And it rolled a 4.
Yeah, you go to shoot your Ion Crackle and you shoot just high and wide.
Oh.
Immediately, Otis just gives out the sound.
Wait, so she was at what is it? Not disadvantage, but she was at what?
She's stunned, so you do extra damage if you hit.
Oh.
You do have another. I don't know what that was.
That was a bonus, so he has a
Bonus?
main.
You have a main.
Oh, so the movement wasn't anything?
No,
Just
you have
running
a
was
bonus, a main, and a movement.
Jeez. 6.
To do what?
And that's going to. I'm going to try and poison her, I guess. She's already stunned, so.
Are you doing
Is
the
this Dynamo Disc?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell me what it is. Okay.
I can either blind, poison, or cower.
I guess poison would be your best shot then, because you can actually do some damage next turn.
Right.
Or you can blind her because that works great for Rev.
Oh yeah, well
Blind
she's
is
stunned,
the
right?
most powerful status in the game.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I will blind her because I was thinking for some reason stunning was like totally like shutting everything down, but
Well, she's
it'd be
stunned.
nice if she couldn't see anything.
Sure. Okay. With that, you absolutely. Nope, none of you guys are close enough. You go ahead and you just toss that thing with pinpoint accuracy, drops right in front of her, and explodes absolutely 100%, stunning now Miko. She screams out, and it starts to like cover her eyes, like she can't see. She seems a bit confused where she is as well, but she's also kind of like she looks like she has a serious hangover, and now she's completely blinded.
Nice.
Stunned and blind. At least I wasn't stunned earlier.
And corrupted.
Yeah,
So
and,
now
and
that
corrupted.
now that she's blind, she no longer knows where it is.
Essentially, all she knows is where you were at previously. But if you decided to move, she would have no idea where you're at this point. And any attacks that she tries to do against you are unfavorable.
Okay. Okay.
With that, was that your last action, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Okay. With that,
I did that all in like really cool cinematic slow motion too. Like I came out of the fire,
Oh,
like you
did
didn't
you?
see anything. Like it just boom came out of the fire. I'm just like, yeah. It was awesome.
wait. I don't even know what. I don't have any idea what just happened there. He said cinematic, and he just said he comes out of the fire and just goes, "Whoa!"
Like cool slow motion action. It was awesome. Everyone was like, "What?"
Was anybody impressed? Everybody roll awareness.
Rev was not impressed.
Riv,
19. I was impressed.
Otis impressed.
I just yell back, "Otis, try running out of the fire.
Voldo?
It's only 20 feet."
What'd you roll, Voldo?
16.
Voldo impressed. Miko can't see, so she's not impressed.
She was before I blinded her.
And
Heyo.
myself, not impressed. So everybody, Pie Boy is impressed though. So you can thank
That's
Pie Boy
good.
for being
Thank you.
impressed. For the sake of time here, Rev, you drop the kids off.
Great. I say run and get a drink. I just throw like 500 credits to the to the
Barkeep.
establishment owner and say, take care of these kids. I'm covering their tab.
You see like the last time you saw Kara, which was the young
Kara.
Hello, love.
Nice.
But that one, she's not there. It's just like this older guy in like overalls and a big like Santa Claus like beard, and he just comes out and he just goes, "What's with all these children?"
Hey Santa, I'm gonna give you 500 credits if you can take care of these kids. Can you do that for me?
What did you call me? But I mean, you could call me anything for 500 credits. Transfer those over here, boy.
All right.
Milk
Now-
for all the kids. Milk.
Milk and cookies, whatever you got. If you hurt these kids, I'm coming back for you though. Just so you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have grandchildren of my own.
That's what I like to hear.
Maybe you should
Take-
meet my daughter, Kara.
Yeah, I'll talk to her later. I gotta go. I got friends that are kind of they got a thing. So if you take care of these kids, I'll give you a big tip when I get
Looks at
back
you and
too.
he just goes, "It's good to have friends. I had friends once."
Yeah, it's great, Grandpa. All right, I gotta head out. So you take care of these kids, and I'll be back. Okay?
Understood. Take care.
All right.
Do you
Thanks,
do you
Santa.
have a name? As you continue to keep walking out.
As I leave, he yells that. Okay, I'm gonna tell the computer max speed. Get me to the closest we were able to pinpoint their location.
Okay. With that, you get back in and you just beeline it. The computer, which is not a she, it's a he. I don't know. I was about to say she. Tells you that they're about able to pick up on a few signatures. One for a Otis Dirtbanger, and she says, he says, sorry. He goes, they're about 7 miles out. I can get you there in 5 minutes. Will that suffice?
If that's your max speed, do it. Do you got any guns on this ship?
We have faster speed. It's called ridiculous speed.
Punch it.
Only go ridiculous speed if we can stop before we get there. I need to stop before we arrive.
Can't. Not for sure if that can actually be done.
Okay,
Maybe just
well then we'll go just ludicrous speed.
ludicrous speed. Understood.
Ludicrous.
That's what I meant to say. Ludicrous speed, not ridiculous speed. I'm sorry. I knew it was a Spaceball joke.
Wait,
Okay.
so are we hopping in the ship and leaving?
Nope.
No, okay, good.
Well, I don't know. This is Rev's part. He just dropped
Yeah.
off kids, and he's gonna go back.
I'm beelining it. Are there any guns on the ship? Can I look up
For
with
this one,
my?
there is not. It seems
There's
to be
no
it
guns
seems
in
to be
this.
requisitioned to be more of just the carrier itself.
Okay. Okay.
Um, with that, Otis. The last person was
Miko
no,
has last.
no, she hasn't done anything. Miko's the last person. Okay.
Mm.
Miko's gonna see if she can get out of blind, which, as we all know, is relatively impossible.
Yeah. Blind is impossible to get out of.
And she
Rev?
successfully fails at getting out of blind.
Nice.
Yes. She's not better than
Nice.
me. You're not better than me.
You guys did. She's still, she needs to see if she can get out. Okay. She's still blinded, but you do notice that she is no longer stunned. What she starts to do is the dark aura around her starts to do exactly the same thing it did inside the Arjet. It starts to expand and grow. It starts to get more powerful and more menacing. She can't see anything. As you can see, she continues to keep like rubbing her eyes, like the idea of like something is in it and she can't get it removed. But her darkness and her power starts to just almost pulsate and get stronger. You can feel it now. You can before you felt it in your bones. This one is like in the very soul, like something is pulling your very life essence at this point. And you notice, Voldo, that it's starting to come from the rift itself. I need you all to roll well-being and then roll power.
Well-being and power.
Yes, please. Voldo is the only person who could roll it at favorable.
At what?
At favorable. So whatever
Okay.
you roll, +3.
Even if I have power.
Only Voldo.
Okay. Which dice am I rolling?
It's a D20.
One.
Okay. D20, 16.
Okay. Otis, what did you roll?
20. I got a 2 for well-being and 20 for power.
Oh, okay. Doc, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2 and then 17.
What do you guys like twinsies?
Hey, we were hanging out.
Voldo, what did you roll?
Voldo?
Yes.
Oh, I just said, I rolled a 16, and then, but for the 4 die?
No. Just roll the D20 twice, please.
Okay, there you go, my bad.
No problem.
And 20.
Wow. Okay. So everybody
Damn.
essentially rolled 17 plus on power. Okay. Otis, you start to not feel yourself. It feels like your mind is being pulled in a million different ways.
I gotta
And
take
it's-
the trash out.
And it starts to darken. You can't seem to think or even formulate sentences. Doc, you feel the exact same things. Like a dark cloud is now filled inside your mind, and you don't feel in full control of yourself. And you start to walk towards the rift,
Both of us?
both of you. But then you stop. The rift seems to start to pull at you. Now there's another force. You start to both feel like you're nauseous. You start to drop to your knees and you feel like you want to throw up and vomit. The doc, your head starts to spin uncontrollably. Otis begins to start vomiting, just profusely. Voldo, you see this from your two cohorts. As if they've become completely ill in mere seconds. Something that obviously wasn't affecting them or afflicting them previously. And they started for a second to start to walk towards the rift and stopped. You don't seem to feel any effects of anything. But you get a sense, roll awareness really quick for me. You have mystical, is that correct? Voldo?
Mystical, yes.
Roll mystical instead.
At advantage.
At favorable, +3.
No. Sorry.
What is it?
I thought that was a 19 for a second.
What is it total? What is the number?
Oh,
Just roll it once, and then add 3. That's all I need you to do.
3. 10 was my newest one.
Okay. 10. You start to notice that the rift itself is pulling them towards it. Do you do anything?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, can I try and close the rift?
Sure. You're gonna roll whatever you roll. You're rolling at you're completely in an unfavorable state. This is a
Okay.
rift that is no longer under your control.
Do I have to roll the 6 to connect?
No, you roll a d20 to see if you can break the power.
19.
Dang, dude. I rolled 20, 21. You try. In most cases, you should be able to close this with your mystical powers, but it will not close. It maintains open, and it starts to pulse with even stronger dark energy. Rev,
Yes.
you see your friends down below. It's an interesting sight. You see Doc and you see Otis essentially on the ground. You see Voldo standing in front of some weird thing that you have no idea, you've never seen before.
Some
you
black
see
tear in space or something.
Yeah, and you see Miko standing essentially enveloped in just some kind of black shadowy aura.
I want to tell the computer to bring the ship in just above. I want to tell him to bring me like 20 feet off the ground between Miko and my friends,
Okay.
so that I can jump down between them.
Captain fucking America here, dude. Okay. Absolutely. You have no problems getting that done.
Oh, really? Okay.
Absolutely none. It starts to hover above. Starts Otis as well as the Doc and Voldo. You start to see another double jet emerge from the skies and just start to hover just above you, kicking up dirt from all the turbines that it's just expelling from the engines itself. Essentially, it's just almost blowing you off your feet because he's doing it right over the top of you. You feel like you tumble a little bit, just like. Ah.
Do I see them being sucked toward this black hole?
No, you do not.
I don't. Okay. But I can tell that some stuff is going down, right?
You can tell, if anything, just by the look, that number one, this might be out of your element because you have no idea what's going on, especially now that you've seen Miko in this form, and that both the Doc and Otis are completely on the ground, now being tumbled away by your jets, your engines.
Well, my goal is here's what I want to tell you. What I want to do, and you, if I can do this.
Sure.
I want to jump down between them, and I want to use disavow, which tries to counter or stop any ability that my enemy is using. So I want to stop whatever is happening. I don't know what's happening, but I want to stop whatever's happening because I want to talk to Miko.
I'll let you try it. Do it. Go right ahead.
Okay. It doesn't tell me to roll anything. It just says I can try. So I guess I'm rolling against you. I think
You're
is
always
that
just
right?
rolling against me. The D20 roll.
Okay, and it says a roll a d20 with advantage. So I guess now would be
Here's the thing: is I will give you at a favorable state if you could tell me how cool Rev comes down to the ground.
oh, of course,
Okay.
of course. We're 20 feet off the ground.
Sure.
He jumps out with his cape. Not well, it's not a cape. It's a cloak that he has, flowing behind him,
Oh.
and he goes down totally in a Iron Man, one knee on the ground, one fist hitting the ground with the dust going out in a halo around him, and he looks up at Miko in an attempt to get her attention.
I mean, you got me with the Iron Man.
Nice.
Description, exactly, Pieboy. Description is everything. I'm just gonna roll to make sure that I'm impressed. I was impressed.
Nice.
Miko, if she could see, would be impressed. Doc,
Okay.
roll a d20. Roll a d20, Otis. Roll a d20, Voldo, please.
I rolled a 2.
Doc, not impressed.
2.
Otis, for sure, the twinsies, not impressed.
16.
Voldo, impressed.
And so am I to assume that computer told Rev there are no weapons on that rig?
Yeah, he
No,
told me
we
there's
don't
no
know.
weapons.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I asked the computer if
I
there's any
forgot
guns
that.
on this ship.
You do it.
Yeah, my lack of being impressed is combined with what the hell are you jumping out of the ship for? You should be able to shoot this thing. It's like, well, our whole situation is because the plane just
Do you-
disintegrated.
Do you
If
say,
I hear this, I would say, why didn't you guys use your freaking guns on your plane?
Good point. Good point.
everyone impressed? Do you say anything to her as you do this cool maneuver?
Well, I don't say anything to her yet because I want to stop whatever's happening before
Gotcha.
I talk
Go
to
ahead and roll at in a favorable state.
That's favorable. Okay. Oh, I just rolled a 23.
Okay, well, you, whatever you come out, you do disallow. Do you say anything to stop this?
I
Make
I know
sure,
this
make
is
sure
Miko, right? I
make sure presentation's good.
I recognize that she's Miko, right?
You recognize the fact that it's something there. It's hard for you to see if it is Miko or not because she's now almost enveloped in this like this black shadowy cloak.
Okay.
But
Well-
but it's safe to say that you probably
I can deduce because it's
you
some
can deduce, yeah,
powerful woman.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
You figure that's probably her.
Okay. I'm going to try to use my I'm going to use my cybernetics to enhance my voice. So I'm shouting out to her,
Sure.
Miko, if that's you, I was just saved by your brother. And consider this my payback. If you will stop your attack, we will leave you in peace.
You
Walter just helped me save some children because he does not agree with what Remo, was that his name? Sorry, what's the
Marvis
what's the bad?
Falcorn.
Yes, Falcorn, because he does not agree with the child labor. So if you will
Push
agree to
child
end this
labor
fight,
laws.
we will stop attacking.
Okay. Number one.
We heard this?
Yes, you do. Number one, Doc and Otis, whatever you were feeling subsides. And you feel
Ugh.
back to your normal selves. Your
Hey,
mind,
what are you
whatever
doing here, Rev?
whatever cloud
Kill the
that was
bitch!
there, whatever cloud that was over, hanging over you has subsided for you. The power of the rift is no longer compelling you towards it as well. And in front of you,
Nice.
you see Rev.
But the
With his
rift.
cape blowing in the wind.
The rift is still open.
Okay.
Yeah, his cape blowing in the wind. Mostly coming from the manufactured.
Yeah,
hover
from the
hover
the,
So
jet.
did
ship
we
above.
did we hear Rev's dialogue?
You do. He does. He does disallow, and it drops as he starts to speak.
I want to bring myself to steady my rifle on her, but not shoot. I'm just steadying it because I don't
Voldo.
trust the situation.
Okay. Voldo, do you do anything the moment you see Rev? If Rev starts to speak
I would
to
like
her.
to close that rift so it stops any kind of,
Okay.
you
Well,
know, anything
anything
else.
in the moment though, because it's
Oh,
yeah. Rev's gonna is talking to Miko right now. But when you see Rev, do you say anything,
mm,
or are you just too focused on this rift?
yeah.
Sure. Okay. Voldo doesn't seem to pay you any notice. He seems to be looking at this rift that's sitting in front of you. Rev, you start to see it as well, and it looks like a tear in the fabric of a painting in front of you. You can see inside, and it just looks like galaxies and stars.
Hmm.
You also have flashes of your past and future.
That's what I'm
And
seeing in this rift.
yes, for you, what you think and you believe to be your future. You're seeing a lot of flashbacks of your past. Otis, as you start to see it as well, and Voldo, you don't see anything. You just notice that Rev is kind of like interestingly staring at this rift as he waits for Miko to say something. Miko's visage, the shadowy cloak that's just almost like surrounding her like some kind of shield, kind of dissipates ever so much. And you don't see her face, but you can hear her voice. And she just goes, what are you talking about?
Walter, your brother. You know who he is, right?
Yes.
Well, he's killed me once, and he saved me once.
Why? What did you
Because
do?
he believes in an honorable fight.
You hear a pause. As if you could hear a pause. I don't think you actually can hear a pause, but there is a pause. And then you hear her just go, "What do you want?"
I want my friends to be able to leave this battlefield alive. What do
Prefer
you want?
one of them less dead.
Boldo, like looking at this, just goes, "Yeah, and like one of them less dead."
Yeah, exactly.
He's like still checking out this thing and just goes, "Oh, by the way, one of them less dead." She again. There's a pause there, and she just goes, "Why?"
Why what?
Give me one of them.
And I just slowly look at my other companions and say, what if I give you myself?
And she heard her just go, "Roll persuasion."
I'm never good at this. I rolled a 17.
Oh, okay. I'm never good at this. I rolled a 29.
That's why I say that, so I get good roll.
I'm never good at this. Is a 45 any good? You hear a pause. It's more dramatic. Absolutely. She goes, "You would give yourself up for them?"
I would.
What did Walter see in you? Is my question.
He saw somebody worthy of another chance. he allowed me to fight Hauser in honorable combat.
Again, there's a pause, and then her shadowy visage completely drops, and you see Miko in front of you for the first time. Well, for the second time for you, Rev. You see the little 5'2" petite woman with the sandy blonde hair wrapped up. But you see a cracked mask and now scarred and beaten. You can see open, gaping wounds from obviously the damage that Voldo, as well as the Otis has done. And you can see that her eyes that were once like a flaming suns have just extinguished and just become like white. And she's still like suffering from the blindness status effect. And she kind of like, she's almost confused as if she was just caught up in the power. And she just goes, maybe you are honorable. If my brother thought it so, then I'll let you go. All of you. But if we meet again, I will take one of you with me.
Tell Walter, we are even.
With that, she kind of just goes, and she snaps her fingers, and a portal emerges from behind her. And she steps back, never losing eye contact with you, and just disappears into the portal, and it closes up.
Okay, so question, guys. Rev, Burgher, Doc.
We almost had her dead.
If if I bring her back, there's a possibility we could beat her in one go with robot doing mass.
Rev just says, that would not be honorable, and you would be pulling her and Walter together. I don't think he would let that stand. Do you want to fight both of them at the same time?
I can't focus on just one person. I'm trying to. Well, no, because wait, on the last one, did Walter and his
No, I mean he's merely saying that if you create an issue with Miko now, it would create an issue with Walter, and eventually Walter would hunt you down.
Yeah, I'm saying if we pick a fight with her, even if we kill her, and I'm not convinced we would have with the way things were looking, we're fighting two mega bosses here.
Okay, it's up to you guys. You know more about this than me, so. But I gotta say, we did rough to like 80 to 100 damage. How much damage are you looking at? If we know.
We don't know that.
Yeah, okay. Because, I mean, there's got to be close to 100 damage.
Most of it was coming from you.
Yeah.
She would have gotten us 1,500 checks apiece.
Mm-hmm. She would have.
Why is it checked with all you people all the time?
Makes the world spin.
I lost all my equipment. Oh man.
Like Burgher, if you threw
Otis?
out one of your
Who's Burgher?
Otis. Okay, Otis. If you threw out one of, you got some do some damage. I'm sure we all got something that we can do. I think in the max, like maybe 2 turns.
Here's my question to you. Obviously, the thing is it's a bit meta. You guys are talking about something with outside information. Okay, so if you want to do something, then you have to do it as an instant that you're going to decide what you guys are going to do together. That's completely fine. My question is how are you going to reverse it?
With my move.
What is your move? You can't do time rewind.
rewind.
You can't
I
do
can
time
rewind.
rewind. You can't. One per day. A day
One
has
time per
not.
day, you can
one
rewind
time per
time.
day.
You've already used it.
I already used it today. Okay.
Yeah, you did it a day. You guys have not had any kind of rest since the last time you did it.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, if you had rest, a full rest, then you would be able to do it again. It would be considered another day. But you actually have done it already today to save your guys' self from crashing initially in the quarries.
And
Okay.
Rev is a guy who he basically was just saved by her brother, would fight you in this. He would not
Yeah,
allow
he'd
you
probably
to
take a
kill
more
her
of a
after
stand.
he just gave her his word that she could be, that there'd be peace, at least for now.
But for Otis, Doc, and Voldo, anything?
I'm just gonna say I can't believe she friggin' did that. I'm like really shocked.
Yeah. Me too.
I half thought that she was kidding, and I thought she was gonna be like, and blah. It's like, waste us, because that was awesome. Hey, 3 cheers for Rev.
Rev, you,
Here's for it.
you're
Yeah,
not showing.
By the way, Rev goes,
the
"Where's
villain
kid-
whisperer.
Where's the kids that you guys left with, by the way?"
Don't bother.
They got
about my
away. They went in the
damage.
woods.
Don't bother about the damage that I did to get that done.
Hell yeah!
They are.
Three
they
cheers for
are,
Voldo. Voldo, you just
there
have to
we
like
go.
high five yourself. You're like, man, I did great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, super heroic for sure. Even though that black cloud thing would have wrecked shop, probably. I don't know what we could have done against that.
Miko destroyed the ship, Rev.
I gathered she was doing some pretty crazy shit right there.
Yeah, she took everyone out.
Yeah.
We protected no
They
one.
had-
I want to.
Oh, okay. Well, you hear that from Doc. I was about to say.
Oh, I
He
missed
actually
that.
says, "We protected no one," and you do notice that there's nobody else. There's no other living souls around.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good point.
Rev's kind of pissed right now. He's
So,
kinda, like every
where's-
time we save kids, they end up freaking getting shredded.
Kids die.
So, where's the nearest bed, inn, anything like that, sleeping quarters type of thing? I'm too low on my stuff.
We're near Bighorn, so we got a
Yeah.
jet. We can head to Bighorn.
Rev tells you absolutely that you guys are only about 7 miles out from Bighorn. You're almost to your destination before
Okay,
she
okay.
before she tore you down.
Okay.
Do you guys? Go ahead, Otis.
Go ahead, do your thing. Do
No,
what
no,
you
no,
got to
no,
do.
no, go ahead. You tell.
I want to investigate the site before we decide. I want to start looking around if anything is. I want to look for my shit.
Oh, I know. Go ahead and roll investigation.
15.
15. You tell me, what exactly are you hoping to find?
I'm hoping to find two things.
Sure, we'll see.
I heard echo.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm looking for the canister of the dragon's breath.
What was the other one?
The keg of wasteland fuel.
Let's see. We'll say the first one's for the dragon breath. The second one for the wasteland. Rev,
Yes.
roll a d6 for me.
D6. I don't know what I'm rolling for, but here goes. I rolled a 1.
You find the dragon's breath. Still intact.
Yes.
Doc,
Is that it?
roll a d6 for me.
5.
Every-
wasteland fuel has been shattered
No.
and completely evaporated at this point.
I'm gonna make my way to probably the damaged whatever and just be really sad on my knees, like, why?
Rev comes over, puts his hand on your shoulder.
We gotta load up this canister in the new jet.
He's looking at the dead bodies around the wasteland fuel, thinking
don't-
that's what you're mourning.
There are no dead bodies.
There's
They're
no dead
incinerated.
bodies.
They're
They're
incinerated.
incinerated. There, whatever.
Well,
If
never
there was
mind.
anything, it's just complete ash. The canister is completely broken, and whatever was in it just added fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I'd like to think they didn't feel a thing or know what hit them.
Fucking Doc.
There was-
just
There was no fear. I see that he's sad. I'm trying to console him. I don't realize that he's.
There was just immolation. Is there
I'm
anything
upset
else
about-
that you're
They
looking
were
for?
brave. They were brave. All of them.
Doc, just on the back, just going, "You're brave,
I love that.
so brave." Is
They
there
were like
anything
my
else?
own kids.
I will give you one
If
more
I had
roll.
kids, it'd be just like.
I will give him one more roll. Otis, is there anything else that you're looking for?
I mean, it's honestly the only things I'm looking for, but
He's talking about grenades. We had a couple of boxes of grenades, I think.
mm,
He's got a good idea. I would like to rummage through the stuff too. I mean, I lost a whole freaking lab.
Yeah, what about our
Entire
Titan
lab.
frames? My
I
God.
can't make anything.
Go ahead and Doc, roll.
I probably lost a lot.
Roll investigation, Doc, really quick.
All right, I have it. I have it. So
good, because you don't want me.
I rolled a 20.
Nice.
Oh.
The Doc is able to find one crate of still intact grenades.
Ooh.
Which crate? We had two.
Yeah, I got the numbers all wrong. On
What
the
were the
lines.
two options?
So-
There's
We had,
smoke and
we had 22 concussive and 20 smoke.
you rolled. I rolled a 20, so I will let you pick which ones those are. I'm giving you my 20 rolls so you guys can decide which ones they are.
Oh, we want the concussive.
Yeah, this is a GM gift.
Well,
you get
was
one
that
case
in
of
comparison to my roll?
No, I rolled for it.
Oh,
You got the investigation to find out there was something. I was just rolling to tell you what it was. You guys got and you get one case of concussive grenades. Doc. You're able to salvage some of the resources. And roll engineering really quick for me.
ooh. Prep trumps luck.
Go ahead,
That
roll
was a
it.
1.
Roll it.
8. So it'd be 11.
Rev, what was it that you asked for him?
I think there were legs that were tight plated, something that gave you more flexibility, wasn't it? Something like that.
You were able to salvage one pair of Titan
Uh-oh.
frame leggings that just finished before it crashed.
Yes. Because
You-
mine cracked when I did my cool Iron Man landing. It kind of
As he went
got
down,
a
you went,
twinge in him.
you went, oh. So you're able to get half of every one of the resources that was on that list back. Whatever the
Oh,
total
dang.
the total amount was of each one of those, cut it in half, and that's what you're able to save. Okay. And with that, do you guys just get on the jet to get the heck out of this place at this point?
As long as my dragon breath is going with me, and Yeah.
Rev, you see Otis just carrying this big canister of dragon breath again.
Rev goes, "You lost like 30 kids, but the dragon's fuel is okay."
We need this, okay? We need this.
Voldo,
What is that again?
do you grab at least that?
It's like a nuclear bomb, basically.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
Do you grab that case of grenades and help him put them on?
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely. I'm helping everything.
Okay. Voldo, do you just get on board as well?
Yeah, and can I grab some grenades with?
Yeah, I mean you can grab some out of the thing. There was only one case left, and a case is 20.
Okay. Wait, a case is what? 20?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. How many?
You only have one case left. That's the only thing that survived.
How many? How much room do we have in our grenade?
You can always carry 3.
Let me grab 3.
Okay. And with that, so that
Oh, I can only carry 3 in my bag?
yeah, you should always only carry about 3.
And they're the concussive, right?
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
only the concussive at this point. Okay. Rev,
Yes.
you automatically jump into the pilot seat because you've been piloting this whole time.
That's
Good.
Otis,
I tell Otis, you should take lessons from this computer.
Computer.
Oh,
Way
nice.
way better
Okay.
pilot than the R jet, let me tell you.
Oh, that thing you built?
No, the Rev jet is perfect. That R jet was a piece of crap. That's now like a strap.
With that, I'm guessing you guys just jump on and just hightail it to Bighorn.
Yes. Computer,
Yes.
take us back to Bighorn.
Okay. With that, you're able to, without a hitch, traverse the 7 miles to get back to Bighorn. And as you guys, beaten and bruised, tired and exhausted, stroll into Whiskey Pete's, you see that the kids have just taken over the place,
Nice.
dancing on top of tables with the old guy that Rev called Santa. He has no idea who it is, just going, "You keep going, kids. More milk for everyone." As you decide to obviously find some rest, find some drink, find some eat here at this place after your brush with death. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you guys were close. Nobody was actually fit, almost on the verge of death, except for Voldo. With that Voldo, you'll be able to like find some rest. There is an inn here, so you can actually regain all your exhaust and your vitality for each one of you guys. So everything that you lost, you'll be able to get back. And with that, we are going to end our session here tonight. Our gentlemen have successfully survived another battle without ever really killing anybody except for kids. It's always the kids who end up paying for the screw.
Well, at least they're not laboring anymore.
Or fighting a war.
Wow.
Wow. Dead better than
I
slave.
mean, yeah, see, it doesn't work. It's like, you're like, well, hey, trying to find a silver lining, but
At least they weren't
we could
eaten by
ask them.
skag hounds. I guess that's the
Yes.
If
good
only
thing.
there was some way to
Wastelands.
ask them,
Yep.
like, hey, what's better, how you are now or how you were before?
Wow, the doc always trying to find like the glass half. Was it half empty or half full at this point?
Full.
Yeah, half full at this point. Other than that, yeah, you are able to escape. Interesting enough, Rev seems to have an interesting relationship with Walter now. Maybe a little bit of
There's
respect,
some respect
a
building
little
there.
bit of respect, a little bit of respect, and he did show it for Miko. He could have jumped in there after he did his Iron Man pose and really did some awesome things, like I thought he was gonna do, and instead he just talked. A lot better than the running of Doc, who did that all night. Voldo stood his ground and did a huge amount of damage. And I will tell you, Voldo, you did 61 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. All right. Nice.
I could tell you that wasn't even half.
Yep. Okay.
And then the other one was from Otis there as well. So I mean, you guys got. I mean, you got to a point that she was about to explode and get really bad motherfucker on you. I was so close to getting that. I'm just like, just keep. Now that Rev's here, it's gonna be like the fight of all fights. It's gonna be Avengers, and then Rev's just like, "Hey, man,
I'm like the smooth talking Spider-Man, just trying to, just trying to
like just a friendly
diffuse
neighborhood
some tension,
Spider-Man, yeah. Hey, maybe we should go out later. Not saying anything.
Go hang out. You look pretty nice with that mask on.
Yeah.
Either or, I want to thank these wonderful gentlemen here tonight for another really, really cool session. I was really hoping that it was going to come to a head. I was waiting for Rev to get there quicker. I just thought he would just say, "Kids, I'm going to go fight. You stay inside."
I don't trust taking kids near any bullets or guns or mean people
they're
anymore.
always safe around the Doc and Otis. They're always protected.
Nothing is safe.
Nothing is safe. Well, we want to thank everybody who was hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate it. We know it is. We do appreciate you guys hanging out on your Friday nights to be here with us. It really does mean a lot to us. Sorry, we had some a few things that need to be hashed out. Not a big deal. I think we still had some fun here. Want to thank Ryan here, aka Rand118. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Tell these
My
guys
pleasure
where
to
they
be
can
here.
find you.
Yep, they can find me over twitch.tv/Rand118 and on YouTube Rand118. Thank you again, Scott, for dealing with all these issues.
Absolutely, we have a good time. Burgher, tell these gentlemen where they can find the Pied Piper of awesomeness. Tobacco Road's
On
King.
Tobacco Road on twitch.tv/Burgher_TV.
Dang it. That's what we like. That's where you can always find me, usually late nights. I'm just chilling. At this point, I'm on that Tobacco Road. I think I got a steak, and I got access to the pool. So
Yeah,
I'm like, life is just getting better for me.
It's great. It's great.
This is great. Mike, thank you so much, brother, for hanging out with us and being with us tonight. Bringing Voldo. Voldo, can we just call you like Voldo the Barbarian at this point?
Yeah.
Because Voldo is just he's in it to win it.
Yeah, I feel like it's not Barbarian, but the recluse.
Oh yes. Voldo the Recluse.
Yeah.
We want to thank you so much, brother, for being here tonight. You've been
Hey,
awesome.
always a pleasure, guys.
And my brother from another mother. You guys know him, Shane. Thank you so much, brother.
Oh yeah.
The
Thank
Shane,
you.
aka Dr. Ace Runner, is his new name.
His name changes each week.
Dr. Ace Runner is who he is because when he sees a situation, his analytical mind just goes, "Flee, run. We'll deal with it later."
Yes.
And for me, my name is Scott, aka Shogi. Want to thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you next week here on Friday. Again, there is only, what is the 23rd? We have only 3 more episodes before the end here of season 2 and our break. So just keep, you can always check us out on YouTube, which is in the link in the descriptions below. You can always find us here on Mr. Shogi 3000. You can find me and Mr. Shogi 3000 on Twitter. And I want to thank Spectre Frigga hanging out. I want to thank Pie Boy for hanging out. You guys have been awesome. And for all you guys out there, you guys stay safe. Keep safe out there in the waste, everyone. Have a good one.
Peace out.
Peace.